Everyone, it's Laurel Beard here, thrilled to be here with my first post for the Hedgehog Hollow. I have joined their design team, and this is the September box. I'm going to give you a quick look at it before we make a card here. So this is the box. It's absolutely adorable. It's black and white polka dots. I'm a huge fan if you know me. I mean, I'm in black and white right now. I don't know. But anyway, crafted by us, brought to you by Life. I love this box. I love it. All right, so let's pop it open real quick and take a look. So you'll get a little card. This is the September box, and it coordinates with the ink that's inside the box, the Coral Cabana ink from Catherine Pooler. If you know me, I almost exclusively use her inks. They're just so awesome. But I already have this ink because I'm on her design team, so I'm going to give this away to one of you. Just comment on the video below. So you've got this beautiful, I just think this would make a really pretty card design. Like, bam, this is pretty. And then it'll tell you where you can get your savings for the month. This month you'll get it from Ellen Hudson and Tonic. And then she gives you a contents, a little sheet that tells you everything that's in the box for you. So we've got some Marvy brush tip pastel markers, a lollipop, and then we've got, let me try, and the ink, of course, which I've already pulled out, and then these 3 stamp sets. And 2 of them are designed by Catherine Pooler Design, so she's sponsoring the box this month. So this first one is Bountiful Blooms. Beautiful floral. You can create some really pretty, you can wreaths, whatever you want to do here. So this, check it, that, see? Yippers. All right, then this is the Bountiful Blooms add-on, and I'm going to use this today. I love it. And then also the Bloom Where You Are Planted, a little sentiment stamp set. I cannot talk today. What is going on? I need some more coffee. So you can really build a lot of sentiments here with the stamp set. You also have got some cardstock in here, coordinating cardstock that would go well with the ink and each other card bases. So you've got what you need, except for a block and maybe some other color ink pads. You're good to go, right? So that's a look at the September box. Now let's make something. So first I'm going to make this card. I actually ended up making 2 once I got into this box. So I've got my Misty stamping tool here. I'm going to use the ink that came in the box, the Coral Cabana from Catherine Pooler, and I'm starting by stamping the image or one of the images from the Bountiful Blooms add-on stamp set right there in the bottom corner of the card. I'm using the cardstock that comes in the box. It's a lighter weight cardstock. I'm going to guess 80 pounds. I could be wrong. It doesn't say. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that twice just to make sure it's a nice good color. Now I've gone into the Bountiful Blooms stamp set. I'm going to line that up with my Misty. This was my saving grace while creating this, I got to tell you. I'm going to ink this up with Twilight ink from Catherine Pooler. I'm going to go ahead and give this a little double stamper just to make sure all my outlines are good to go. So I've got the basic layout of the card. I'm going to use these little Marvy brush tip markers that came in the box and just go in and add a little green to the leaves. Just very messy coloring. I'm not trying to fill in the lines. I'm not even trying to stay within the lines, which is good because I was never really good at that in kindergarten, staying in the lines. So here I'm just kind of flicking on some of the pink in just random spots. You could totally leave it black if you wanted to not do anything. But I wanted to use these markers from the box. So then I'm like, yeah, I can't do blue. So I'm going to go in and add a little bit of purple here. And then bam, I'm going to stamp the sentiment and this first card is done, right? I am going to stamp the sentiment thinking of you. And then I've got my first card. I just think it's pretty, it's simple, it's easy to mass produce. The second card I decided to make on the fly, inspired by that card that came, the Hello September card that came in the box. So I'm going to grab the Bountiful Blooms stamp set. I'm just going to start stamping. This is Blackjack ink from Catherine Pooler. And I'm just going to start stamping it. I've got the postcard off to the side to use as inspiration here. And I'm just going in and, you know, I'm winging it. I'm winging it, man. Now, the postcard, of course, looks beautiful. It was done by a professional graphic designer or something, I'm sure. But I'm just kind of winging it here on the fly and going with the stamps that are just in that one stamp set. You can see I'm trying to make like a C. You probably can't see that, but in my mind, as I was doing this, I was trying to formulate a C in my mind of flowers. Now, this is a Copic multi-liner. It's a 0.5, and I'm going in and kind of connecting everything like it was on the postcard. And then I'm going to go in and add some dots here and there and yada, 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 yada. You know, I'm really just winging it as I always do. Excuse my unicorn stamp on my wrist. It's hilarious. Me and my daughter got glitter tattoos over the weekend when we were traveling. And yeah, it's going to be there forever. So anyway, I'm going in, adding dots, adding lines, squiggly, doodling, whatever. And then here's where that little ink swiping is going to come in. The postcard was like a watercolor look, was absolutely beautiful, but this paper is not watercolor cardstock, so I didn't want to attempt it. And also that blackjack ink is not archival, so it would have I would have messed up my card. So here I'm going to go in and just do a couple swipes. After I went in with a dry paintbrush and added a little bit of color to the flowers, and bam, this card is done. Inspired by that beautiful postcard that's in the box. I tell you what. So 2 cards made on the fly here with this box. And everything I used with the exception of the 2 gray inks and a paintbrush that was dry. You can even try it with a Q-tip if you'd like. So I will see you next month for my next Hedgehog Hollow post and video using contents from the October box. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.